Have you ever wondered how the Romantic period would have sounded if Johannes Brahms never existed? The Romantic period, a time of emotional expression and freedom in music, was deeply influenced by this man. Brahms, a prodigy from a humble background, was born into a family where music was a staple. His early years were filled with the melodies and rhythms that would later become the foundation of his masterpieces. Johannes Brahms, born in 1833, was nurtured in a humble yet highly musical environment, setting the stage for his extraordinary journey. Aged just 7, Brahms was already tinkling the ivories, but how did this child prodigy evolve into an iconic composer? Johannes Brahms, the young wunderkind, started his musical journey at an incredibly tender age. Born into a humble family, he was soon recognized as a gifted pianist, his nimble fingers dancing on the piano keys, creating melodies that would leave listeners spellbound. His early performances, though modest, were nothing short of extraordinary. The young Brahms, with his innate ability to breathe life into compositions, quickly gained local fame. But it was under the tutelage of Robert Schumann, a titan of Romantic music, that he truly began to flourish. Schumann recognized the raw, untapped potential in Brahms and took him under his wing. Under Schumann's guidance, Brahms delved deeper into the world of Romantic music, his compositions reflecting the profound influence of his mentor. However, his journey to stardom was not without its fair share of hurdles. He faced disapproval, criticism, even rejection. But Brahms, with his unyielding spirit, refused to be deterred. He continued to compose, his music growing richer, deeper, and more emotive with each passing day. Brahms's rise to fame was a testament to his resilience and unwavering passion for music. Despite the numerous obstacles he faced, he emerged as one of the most celebrated composers of his time, his compositions resonating with audiences far and wide. Brahms' unyielding perseverance and passion, despite numerous obstacles, led him to become one of the most celebrated composers of his time. Brahms wasn't just another composer, he was a revolutionary. But how did he reshape the Romantic period? Well, let's dive into that. Johannes Brahms, this towering figure of the Romantic era, had a style that was truly his own. He was a traditionalist, yes, but not one to be bound by the norms of his time. He looked back to the classical forms of Mozart and Beethoven, but imbued them with a Romantic spirit that was uniquely Brahms. His symphonies, concertos, and chamber works were masterpieces of structure and emotional depth, often deviating from the typical Romantic mold. This was a man who wasn't afraid to be different, who wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. He was a musical maverick, a Romantic revolutionary, if you will. Take for instance his Symphony No. 1 in C minor. This work, often referred to as Beethoven's 10th, showcases Brahms' unique blend of classical form and Romantic expression. It's a true testament to his genius and a shining example of his revolutionary style. And then there's his German Requiem, a work of profound emotional depth that broke from tradition by focusing on the living and their sorrow rather than the dead and their salvation. This was Brahms at his most daring, his most innovative. His music, his approach, his vision, they all helped shape the Romantic period in ways that still resonate today. Brahms' unconventional approach and timeless compositions forever altered the course of the Romantic period. Every symphony has its final note, and so did Brahms. What legacy did he leave behind? As the twilight years of Brahms' life approached, he continued to compose, pouring his heart and soul into every symphony, every sonata, every concerto. His music, at once passionate and poignant, reflected a lifetime of experiences, emotions, and the pure, unadulterated love for the art form. In 1897, the world bid farewell to this legendary figure. But while Brahms may have breathed his last, his music refused to be silenced. It echoed on, resonating in concert halls and opera houses, in the hearts of those who found solace, joy, and inspiration in his compositions. Brahms' legacy is not merely a collection of musical pieces. It's an enduring influence that has shaped generations of musicians, composers, and music enthusiasts. His unique blend of classical and Romantic elements, his innovative approach to structure and form, his emotional depth and complexity, these facets of Brahms' music have left an indelible imprint on the world of classical music. His work continues to be celebrated, studied, and performed all around the globe, a testament to the timelessness and universality of his music. Future generations of musicians find inspiration in his compositions, learning from his mastery and drawing upon his creativity. In his death, Brahms left behind not just a collection of music, but a timeless legacy that continues to resonate in the heart of every music enthusiast.